Over the past 100 years, Chiang Mai Rajabhat University has been evolving since 1924. It started as the Agricultural Teachers Training College for the Northern region and transformed to the Teachers Training College and then to Chiang Mai Teachers College in 1960. In 1992, His Majesty King Rama IX bestowed the royal name Rajabhat Institute. It was an honor to the CMRU community. From 2004 to the present, His Majesty conferred the title of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. CMRU focuses on academic development based on the philosophy, education is the heart of community development. Therefore, CMRU aims to be the leading institution in developing teachers and academics in Thailand. CMRU started from the fundamentals of a teacher's college. Hence, developing teachers is our main priority. We have the continuous development process for teachers.
Excellency, distinguished guests, esteemed speaker, and honored attendees, it is my immense pleasure to welcome you all.
Some of you have just arrived this morning. Anyway, I hope you have a great time with us and have a successful conference.
And on behalf of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University, I am Warasuda Watanawong from Faculty of Humanity and Social Science.
I am Panupong Intawong. I'm from International College. We are honored to be here as the MC for this special event.
To commence our symposium, I would like to invite our esteemed Acting President of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University, Associate Professor Dr. Chatri Manikoson, to deliver the welcome address. Please join me in welcoming Associate Professor Dr. Chatri Manikoson.
Mr. President, please.
Distinguished guests, esteemed colleagues, and friends, welcome to CMRU International Symposium 2024. It is a great honor to have you all here to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. This symposium marks a significant milestone in our journey toward a sustainable future. On behalf of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University, I extend a warm welcome to our distinguished guests from top organizations and universities across Thailand and overseas. Your presence here, representative our value partners, underscore of strong and collaborative relationships we have built over the years. We are also deeply honored to welcome the Consul General of People's Republic of China in Chiang Mai, and Honorary Consul of Italy and South Korea in Chiang Mai. Your participation is a testament to the international bonds we cherish and value. Today's gathering highlights the strength of collaboration and shared vision. As we share successes and explore innovative solutions for sustainable development, let us draw inspiration from each other. Thank you for joining us today. I hope this symposium inspires new ideas, foster lasting partnerships, and pave the way for the brighter future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Associate Professor Dr. Chatri Manikoson, for your inspiring words and warm welcome. And I would like to take this opportunity to invite Mr. President to go up on the stage in order to present a token of appreciation to our distinguished guests and our speakers. Mr. President, please.
And now it will be a token of appreciation presentation. I will begin by our keynote speaker. First, I would like to invite Mr. Wattanawit Kochaseni, the Director of General of Thailand International Cooperation Agency. Please be. And next, may I invite Mr. Kazuya Suzuki, the Chief Representative of Japan International Cooperation Agency Thailand office. Please. And next, please welcome Mr. Todd Hono, Regional Director of APAC, Time Higher Education. Next, can I call upon Mr. Ashley Mock, Senior Higher Education Consultants from Time Higher Education. And the last keynote speaker, may I invite Ms. Ivana Spitkowski, Head Office, UN Resident Coordinator Office in Thailand, United Nations. And sorry to just invite all of our speakers to remain on the stage for the group photo. Can I also ask Mr. Wattanawit, Mr. Kazuya, and Mr. Todd and Ashley to be on stage once again? Sorry. Thank you for all keynote speakers. Mr. President, please remain on the stage. And in this auspicious occasion, I would like to invite our honorary guests to take a group picture with Mr. President. So firstly, may I invite the representative from Consulate General of the People's Republic of China in Chiang Mai, Mr. Chang Yuheng. And secondly, may I invite Ms. Chan Siri Sutong, Executive Assistant of Honorary Council of South Korea in Chiang Mai. And third, may I invite Mr. Alberto Cosi, Honorary Consul of Italy.
Thank you very much for our honorary guest. And Mr. President, please still remain on the stage, please. And next, it will be a group photo for our international universities and company partners. First, I would like to invite the representative from Budapest Business University. And next, the representative from Beijing Foreign Studies University. Please. Beijing Foreign Studies University. And next, Cheongju National University of Education. And next, Duitan University. And next, Electricity de Laos. And the representative from Fengchia University. And next, the representative from Hebei International Studies University. And next, the representative from Juntendo University. And the representative from Kyorin University. And the representative from National Chinyi University of Technology, please. And this is a very great moment for our university, Chiang Mai Rajabhat University, today, that we have friends and all international partners, international university to join us in this special event today. Thank you very much. Okay, thank you very much, Mr. President. Please remain on the stage. Actually, we have other remaining university. And next, for set 2, I would like to invite the representative from National University of Laos. Mr. President, please remain on the stage, please. ท่านให้การเรียนเชิญท่านบนเวทีนะครับ The representative from National University of Laos. The representative from Chan Community College, the representative from Chika University, the representative from Tenri University, the representative from Tezpur University, India, the representative from Tokyo Ariake University of Medical and Health Sciences, and last but not least, the representative from Tokyo Gakueki University. Please. And the representative from University Pien Bang Nan, National Veteran, Yogyakarta. So thank you very much for your kind participation and joining in our international conference today.
Thank you very much for all the representatives. And now let's move to another group photo sections. Can I calls upon the representative from Rajabhat University and institutional representative. Let's start by representative from Buriram Rajabhat University, Thonburi Rajabhat University, Innova Integration Corporation Limited, Kamphaeng Phet Rajabhat University, Lampang Rajabhat University, Nakhon Sawan Rajabhat University, and Phetchaburi Rajabhat University for the first group photo. Please. We have not mentioned this. And for the second group, may I welcome the representative from Phetchabun Rajabhat University, Pibun Songkram Rajabhat University, Pranakonศรีอยุธยา Rajabhat University, Sakon Nakhon Rajabhat University, Surin Rajabhat University, Ubon Rajathani Rajabhat University, Walai Ongkon Rajabhat University, and all those remain who are not unannounced. And I'm so sorry for the miss list, but please be on the stage. From Metro University as well. So, and I call upon our university administrator, the vice presidents, the deans. Please be on the stage. Thank you.
Yeah, we would like to invite administrators, dean,
the directors
from Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. Please go on the stage to have a group pictures with all our distinguished guests, please. ท่านคณะผู้บริหารนะครับขอเรียนเชิญด้านบนเวทีนะครับเพื่อถ่ายภาพร่วมกับผู้บริหารจากมหาวิทยาลัยราชภัฏที่เดินทางเข้าร่วมงานในครั้งนี้ด้วยนะครับ ขอบคุณครับ Thank you very much for all administrators from Rajabhat University and from Chiang Mai Rajabhat University for joining us for today. Okay, all right. Before we begin with our plenary session, let me give you a brief overview of today's schedule. We will have 4 insightful sessions this morning, each featuring distinguished speakers who will share their expertise and experiences in sustainable community development.
and Chiang Mai Rajabhat University's strategic plan for 2022 to 2027 has been designed to navigate the dynamic condition for our present world, emphasizing the role of local development. These symposiums focus on sustainable community development for the next centuries, align perfectly with our university mission and strategy. The strategic plan approved by our University Council integrate national, international frameworks, include a 20-year National Strategic Plan and the 13 National Economic and Social Development Plan. It underscores our commitment to local development while maintaining excellence in education and lifelong learning. This symposium brings together the combined physical, mental, and intellectual power of our university personnel and various networks to drive forward the objectives set out in our strategic plan. Let's start from our first keynote speaker, Mr. Wattanawit Kochaseni. Our first sessions will feature Mr. Wattanawit Kochaseni, Director General of Thailand International Cooperation Agency. Mr. Wattanawit will share his insights on sustainable community development in other countries. He has been instrumental in fostering international cooperation and sustainable development initiatives across various countries. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Wattanawit Kochaseni.
Please welcome.
Hello, test. Okay. Very good morning. Associate Professor Dr. Chatri Manigoson, President of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University, our keynote speaker, and our distinguished delegates, and I think we gathering here many partner academic from university and academic institution. I feel very glad for the Chiang Mai Rajabhat University that we are here to celebrate the 100 years anniversary of the CMRU. So I'm really delighted to be invited to be one of the speakers of this session. And it's really important for all of us to learn about the international cooperation. Is a very important instrument to enhance strengthen the cooperation between country to countries. That we are TICA. Actually, we are TICA, Ministry of Foreign Affairs. We are the mechanism of Thailand to promote and support the development cooperation between Thailand and other countries. So on behalf of TICA, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I'm honored, as I said before, to be here today for the CMU International Symposium 2024 on sustainable community development for the next century, success showcases in celebration of the 100 years anniversary of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. So I'm going to brief and sharing our TICA development cooperation on the topic of sustainable community development in other countries. That means that we are going to do the international cooperation, and we have been done so many things on the international cooperation development with our partner countries. So the presentation, I'm going to cover about who is TICA what is about TICA role and our form of development cooperation or on international cooperation. And we try to promote the sufficiency economy philosophy for the SDG partnership as the goals of the UN Agenda for Sustainable Development. So first of all, I would like to give you some background about Thailand International Cooperation Agency or TICA. As some of you may receive our TICA newsletter, the latest version that we produce and share with some speaker. Back in 1950s, we start receiving from the foreign assistance from USA, and later in 1963, Thai government we established the at that time we call Department of Technical Economic Cooperation, or in short is DTEC. DTEC is under Ministry of National Development. So we are the focal, at that time we was the focal point to administer technical assistance that Thailand received from the foreign countries and international cooperation. That means very long time ago, Thailand used to be the recipient for many donor countries. And after the decades of receiving foreign assistance, so Thailand, we had made very remarkable progress in the fields of social and economic development, so which make us become the middle income countries and reach the targets of MDGs at that time. And after we already succeed the development for decades, so we start to sharing our knowledge and experience with other developing countries, especially our neighboring countries, Cambodia, Laos, Myanmar, and Vietnam, since in terms of technical cooperation and human resource development in 1992. So this further strengthen our role as the training and resource center for development. Especially we provide scholars and practitioners from other developing countries. So in 2004, so we established the agency, so-called TICA. We renamed from DTEC in the past to become TICA under Ministry of Foreign Affairs as the national focal point of Thailand International Development Cooperation with partner countries and international cooperation. Whenever we talk about the DTEC, it means it's a symbolic of the recipient countries, but when we talk about the TICA, it means that we are going to be the provider, and we serve the foreign policy of the Thai government to make the relationship to promote the cooperation between Thailand and other countries through our cooperation program. So since 2015 onwards, we commit to support the global effort on sustainable development. Particularly, we sharing experience and the mainly for application of the development of our His Majesty the King Rama IX philosophy on sufficiency economy as an alternative development approach to contribute to achieving the UN Sustainable Development Goal, or SDG. So as of now, we call ourselves as the lead agency in coordinating and administering Thailand ODA, or Official Development Assistance, and transform itself into the learning organization, and start ready to deal with the global challenge and also the domestic issue and international issue. So TICA, we aim to deliver solution to achieve the goals of social security and sustainability. So our cooperation expand across the globe to enhance the partnership and promoting sustainable development. So in our program, we work together with our development partner under various framework. We call South-South cooperation, we call triangular cooperation, we call North-South-South, and South-South-South cooperation modality to achieve UN Sustainable Development Goals. With our development partner over the year, we provide technical cooperation and assistance, collaborate with the development agency across the globe, as I mentioned before. Our partner including the country in Asia, in Europe, in Latin America, in North America, Australia, and Middle East. So the aim of our assistance and cooperation is to ensure that our partner countries can fully benefit from each and every form of our development cooperation. For our partner, besides develop bilateral cooperation with the government, partner government, TICA also expand and reach beyond the state actor through our cooperation program with the international organization, with the international non-government organization and NGO, non-government organization. So the goals of our is done to achieve tangible development outcome in multiple areas, focusing on development priorities of each partner. So as you see in the slide, so example of our partner is UNIDO, WHO, APCD, Mekong Institute, ADB, and UN volunteer. So our cooperation framework, as we shift our role from the recipient, from the foreign aid to the provider of development cooperation to other countries, we call ourselves now as the development partner and not rather than emerging donor. So we try to promote the keywords of the development partner, not donor recipient. Whenever we provide our program to other developing country or our partner country, we would like to promote, we would like to support the sense of ownership, we would like to support the sense of partnership to work together. So TICA has not only forged the partnership with development partner through our bilateral cooperation, we also enabling our partnership through the trilateral and multilateral cooperation. Some example of TICA partnership with other countries under trilateral cooperation are the partnership with Japan through JICA, we partnership with Luxembourg through LuxDep, and partnership with Germany through GIZ. This is some example that we do the trilateral cooperation program with our development partner, because in the past we used to be the recipient. So many countries consider Thailand is not the recipient anymore. So we try to keep relation and try to keep cooperation with our developed country, our traditional donor country, to try to promote that trilateral cooperation, to keep them with us and work together on the triangular cooperation to support other countries together. So in addition, TICA also partner with international organizations, as I said, in INGO, NGO under multilateral cooperation. So moreover, we also further our development cooperation under regional and sub-regional cooperation framework, which vital to the Thailand development cooperation, as one of the the important instrument to boost regional economies, to foster strategic partnership with donors and partner countries. So this is very useful to advance Thailand's leading role in the region. So in the past, development cooperation has been implemented under various regional frameworks, such as ACMEX, SICA, GMS, and PHILAX. So we still cooperate with the member countries under this sub-regional framework. This slide shows our areas of expertise. As I said, we are a learning organization, so we open to the new idea and initiative that will further strengthen our role as the learning human resource development hub for sustainable development. So we share Thailand's good practices and experience, especially in the applications of sufficiency economy philosophy, or SCP, as the alternative development approach to sustainable development. So TICA, we take steps to ensure that our development cooperation in line with the UN 2030 agenda for sustainable development by sharing Thailand's strength and expertise in various sectors, such as agriculture, rural development, public health, tourism, and community development. So in our program, we have many tools, we have many instruments, we have financial support, we have the financial contribution. These are some form our instrument to deliver our development cooperation program with our partner countries. Since 2004, TICA has been shared the Thailand best practice experience worldwide in according to SDG, and we have several forms of cooperation, such as development project. We have human resource development program. We send the Thai expert to work overseas. We have the Friends from Thailand, or FFT, we call Thai Volunteer Program, working abroad. For the case of human resource development, this is mainly for the capacity building training program. As I say, capacity building is a core components of the social and economic development, which Thailand, we think we can share experience in the areas of our expertise. As I said, we have many teams of cooperation under Human Resource Development Program, SEP, Public Health, Food Security, Climate Change and Environment, BCG model, and SDG related fields that we keep very important and attach very important on our Human Resource Development Program, which include we call annual international training course. We call, in short, we call AITC. And we have the long-term study we call Thailand International Postgraduate Program. For the AITC training course, is a short-term and fully funded training course offered to the application from all over the world, Asia, Pacific, Middle East, Africa, and Latin America. This course vary from year to year as TICA seek to make sure that our courses are relevant and contemporary context and latest international trend. For the long-term study, we call TIPP, is a fully funded postgraduate scholarship for candidates from developing countries to study at the university and academic institution in Thailand. Chiang Mai Rajabhat University also received our TICA scholarship student who study here for some periods of time. The other one that our instrument to deliver our program is we call Friend from Thailand, or FFT. In short, it's a Thai volunteer program. It's like a volunteer from Japan, volunteer from Korea, volunteer from US. We also sending our Thai volunteer to work overseas. It launched in 2003, and it's among our very first developing country to dispatch young volunteer to work abroad in many development fields. So each year, a number of Thai volunteers are selected to work under TICA various development projects or on individual requests from our partner countries to provide technical advice and share knowledge and on the specific development area. So our FFT program aims to enhance cultural understanding, mutual trust, and foster people-to-people ties between Thailand and our partner countries, which strengthen Thailand's role as a partner for development cooperation in line with the UN Sustainable Development Goals, as I said. So for those who be the young Thais, this program will serve as a channel for the realization of their potential and enhancement of their ability in working in international cooperation and environment. So up to now, we dispatched already 209 Thai volunteers across the world. So our Thai volunteer ranging from assisting Thai language, teaching Thai language, working alongside with the local farmers in our project, conduct in the community, such as agriculture, education, public health, tourism, rural and community development, and skill development. And in 2021, our Thai volunteer was selected by the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, or UNDESA, as one of the success story and good practice in achieving the Sustainable Development Goal. So throughout the years, the promotion of development through the people-to-people connection to our Thai volunteer also proved as the powerful tool in international cooperation. The other form is very quite comprehensive. We call development projects. Development projects is we support the series of activity under the project with many partner countries to move forward to a more sustainable future. We implement development projects in the areas of Thailand expertise in many regions, including Asia, Pacific, and Middle East, Africa, Central and Latin America. So TIGA's project result-oriented and practical, focusing on the concrete, deliverable, and human resource development. We aim to respond our partner countries based on the development priorities and needs. So we would like to encourage the engagement and ownership, partnership from the national and local level in order to enhance the resilience and sustainability of target community, agency, and institutes. So TIGA, under the development project, we implement in two sectors, namely social sector and economic sector. Under the social sector, it covers the public health and education. And for the economic sector, it covers the local product development, SME, economic and trade development, tourism, environment, science, technology, agriculture, and fisheries, aquaculture, workforce, and skill development. So that's I talking about our TIGA roles and mission, and also the instrument that we deliver our cooperation program in many types of cooperation, and also under many schemes, under the modalities, as I said before. So right now, I would like to move a little bit to the sufficiency economy philosophy for the SDG partnership. This is one of the homegrown development approach that Thailand we offer to meet the sustainable development goal. So as the chair of the Group 77 in 2016, so our mission is to strengthen South-South partnership to transform the 17 sustainable development goals into reality or actions. So apart from the encouraging member countries to share their practice and their good and best practice to achieve the SDG, so we also have the position to share our own model of the sustainable development, as I mentioned several times, is a SCP, as the one of the guidelines to achieve SDG, especially for the goal 17, we call partnership for the goal, which I believe is the key component to achieve the other 16 goals. So for the SCP cooperation in our partner countries, we apply SCP as the conceptual framework and guiding principle in our plan, in our management, and advancing the development cooperation effort in the fields and in all fields and all forms. So up to now, TIGA has ready to undertaken already cover many projects in many regions. Up to now, we have 30 SEP branding projects in 21 countries. Among 21, we have 17 countries in Asia Pacific region and 4 countries in Africa that we have SCP branding project. So for the SCP project, we have 2 main types of cooperation. We call the first one we call the establishment of SCP Learning Center, and the second one we call the establishment of SCP Sustainable Community Development Model. For the SCP Learning Center, we aim to establish the center with comprising many learning stations where the people can learn about the local information, history, and wisdom, as well as the knowledge and technologies suitable for the local needs and characteristics or local context. So we also address the technical challenge to help improve people well-being, so that the center will provide know-how and training on the application of SEP as a development framework for sustainability in the long run. The second type that I said is the Sustainable Community Development Model, which aim to develop the self-reliance, self-immunity, and resilient community at all levels. So it begins with creating sufficiency and self-dependence of individual or household, and expand to the group formation and network So why we ensure that it also concerned with the 4 dimensions in economy, society, environment, and culture. This for the examples of our SCP Learning Center. We established the SCP Learning Center abroad. The first one is the project of establishment of the SCP Learning Center in integrated technical vocational college in Laos, PDR. And the other one is the SCP Learning Center in Lakai State in Myanmar. So this is where the place that if we establish the center in the college, it means that it's part of the curriculum for the student to learn from in the classroom, and they can learn in the demonstration plot in the station that they can learn, and they can make use of the knowledge and share with their family at home, and maybe in the community allow the college as well. So both projects we aim to establish to maximize the potentials of human resources by providing capacity building courses and cover the whole supply chain, such as the farm management, product management, and also market analysis. So as we strengthen the agricultural capacity, I think we can ensure domestic food security and also villagers to improve their livelihood. The other SCP Learning Center, apart from the neighboring countries, we also established the SCP Learning Center in Africa, in Lesotho, and also in Pacific Island Ocean in Tonga. For the case of SCP Learning Center in Tonga, we have the Chai Patana Foundation under the Royal Patronate and the Royal Palace of the cooperation between the Chai Patana Foundation of Thailand and Royal Palace of Kingdom of Tonga jointly cooperate on the agricultural model project. So the ideas of the SCP, we divide the land into multiple purposes, such as crop cultivation, livestock farming, fishery, and water resources. So this approach to ensure that the resources are sufficient for household consumption and reduce the food export, and resulting to the increased production and productivity, and also income and living standard. So for the other types of the SCP, we call SCP Sustainable Community Development Model. So for the SCP Community Development Model, TV has applied the project in Sri Lanka under bilateral cooperation, and with Timor-Leste under trilateral cooperation that we work with GIZ. And the both project has been also selected by the United Nations of Fish for South-South Cooperation, or UNOS, as the example of the success story and good practice in South-South and Tangula cooperation for the sustainable development into 2020. So I think that one of the most successful development project is we have the project on sustainable community development model based on the application of FPP for the Bhutan. We call one Gewok, one product, or in short, it's OKOP village in Bhutan. Starting from the OKOP model 1 until model 2. This OKOP project is inspired by the Thailand One Tambon, One Product, or OTOP, aim to support community development, to promote the production of value-added goods made with the local wisdom, traditional and utilization of community resources, with promote to the develop. We also promote the community-based tourism development based on the application of the SCP. So as our experience, lesson learned that with the active participation and cooperation, including the ownership of our partner country, we can say that Bhutan has further built on the project to the next level of, they launched the 3 OCOP shops in Bhutan and OCOP snack on board in the Bhutan airline in Druk Air. So the concept of Bhutan is quite challenging. They try to promote the product development in the community to worldwide, and they want to become as the Bhutan to be known and recognized everywhere. So this project generate more income to the people of Bhutan and benefit many households and contribute to the improvement of Bhutan quality of Bhutanese qualities of life. So I would like to conclude on this note that to saying that along our pathway of our development journey, so TICA, we always emphasize of the importance of the resort development and capacity building as the way forward in achieving sustainable development goal and generating optimal and long-lasting benefit to the countries and their population as a whole. So we think that our homegrown development approach, sufficiency economy philosophy, proven to be the one most powerful tool for the advancing SDG. So as a TICA, as the focal agency, focal point on behalf of the Thai government, so we implement international development cooperation, and we very stand ready and very honored to share our success case story, good practice to our development partners across the world. I have to say thank you to many partners in Thailand, include the university, academic institution, several partners working with TICA. We cannot achieve our goal without our close cooperation, close collaboration with our partner and also the partner in other countries. That I think it's really key important that we try to work and make the joint effort together to achieve our goals. So we are committed to support the global effort to achieve sustainable development for all, for everyone, for the people, for the countries, and for the next generation, for the world. That's about it for our TICA presentation. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Watanawich Kachasen, for your insightful presentations. So now, before we proceed to the next session.
Yes, now it's time for to freshen up. We will start for a coffee break for 10 minutes. And please enjoy your tea or coffee in front of the hall for 10 minutes, and then we'll come back here again for the next session. Thank you very much.
จริงแล้วจะมีคนถามนะ
results of the cooperations of Chiang Mai Rajabhat University in the past 100 years. The presentation will be given by Assistant Professor Dr. Waratit Setapan, former Dean of Asian Development College for Community Economy and Technology. She will be the representative of our university. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Setapan.
Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to hear the word. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay. I feel that after the break, when you have coffee, and then when you have some snacks and walk around talking to people, we've become friends already. If those of you who don't know each other, we kind of become friendly and friends. So that's why I'm trying to say, everybody, good morning, each other. So I usually walk around, but I'll try to remain up here more respectfully. Thank you very much, the MC, for the kind introduction. I am honored to be the representative of CMRU to share with you our celebrating 100 years of excellence. As why was I chosen? Actually, if you hear my voice, I'm one of the voice in the CMRU video. Okay, that is me. And also, I'm the legacy of CMRU in the sense that my mother graduated from here, Chiang Mai Teachers College. And my father is also a Rajabhat teacher in Uttaradit. So I grew up, live in the Rajabhat community system, and I am now a Rajabhat teacher, and I used to be dean of ADIZ, which is host in Merim campus. So this is such an honor for me to follow my parents' footsteps and help Rajabhat grow to their next century. Okay, I won't stay until the next century, but I hope to help Rajabhat. So for Rajabhat, we started in 1924. We started as the teachers training school, actually agriculture teaching training school. And then we grow and expand, and then we become Chiang Mai Teachers College. And once we are very well known to producing teachers. So all over the school, and even the director or executive director of many schools are mainly from Rajabhat system. And Rajabhat, now we have 38 Rajabhat all around Thailand, and thank you so much for various Rajabhat representatives to join us here today. Then the Rajabhat system, we grow to become an institute, so we encompass more of the very active programs, and then we are upgraded, I say, into become a university status. So our Rajabhat system, the university, also focus on teaching, learning, and community development. So everybody knows him because he was standing here with all your pictures. So he is our president. With his leadership since 2020, he leads us with his kindness and then help us grow, and also he's a very kind president. I come with a lot of issues saying I want to do this, do that, and he gave me a lot of encouragement and way forward, and even provide solutions for us. So if you see many of us, we are a young team as well, and our president is the one who helped guided us and encouraged us as well. So the overview right now is we have about 11 faculties and 96 programs, so almost 100 programs, 20,000 students, and about 1,000 personnel. Okay, and then our campus is that we have 4 campuses, both in Chiang Mai and also Mae Hong Son. So you see how we're one of the larger Rajabhat University, and also like situated in Chiang Mai as well. Our key focus area is definitely human resource development, focusing on teachers, and then also lifelong learning for the community.
and also sustainable research toward the community for long-term environmental and social sustainability. And if you were here yesterday, we have a welcome reception for you. You might see the performances and the fashion show, and those are from many of our programs that look at the economics and the cultural values that is there. For our international, thank you so much for coming, for our international collaboration, so right now we do have 9 international programs. We even have dual degree, both math, bachelor, master's, and PhD. And we have international exchange student from undergrad, master, PhD, and even have short-term cultural exchanges. So total is about like 500. And for the pictures of the exchange program, we have program like Passage to ASEAN, Multicultural Exchange Program, and Volunteering Program. So when you see that, the core of Rajabhat is teacher and community development. So every time we have exchanges, your student have an opportunity to definitely learn the core academic area, and also do community volunteer and activity community development as well, to see how the real Thai community and the northern part is doing, and see the issues and how we can help solve them. For the global connection, I say this is officially counting, so we have 14 countries, collaboration, 101 agreement, like MOU, MOC, MOA, and every MO you can see, and then, and hopefully, and today, later in this afternoon, we're gonna have 7 more new partnership established. I'm very excited for that. And then with our diverse partnership, both academic, research, development, and exchanges, we do partnership with both academia, private sector, international organizations, and so on. And it's such a nice occasion, 100-year anniversary, that all of our partners come together, and we hope to share the partners. So please, you know CMRU, now you have to know each other, and hopefully we can build the network and more sustainably. Okay, so this is all the MOU and the collaborations that we've been doing with various and many countries as well. The next portion that we are very proud of as the University for Community Development is that CMRU, we very pride ourselves. All the faculties and department, we're very dedicated to community development based on our expertise. So for what we see so far is we have take care of 14 provinces, 47 districts, and 67 sub-districts for over 1,000 community projects with a budget of about 300 million baht. So if, for me, I'm doing renewable energy efficiency, we focus on that. We do work with other faculties, maybe in management and community product, and so on and so forth. So we try to empower the community. We try to look at the improved infrastructure and also capacity building for the talent and also the leaders in the community. Overall is, when we go in, we try not to see what our expertise is in going. We see the issues, the community issues, and we try to enhance the quality of life, meaning provide solution for those issues. Then here are a few of the pictures when we go out. We bring both all the lecturer and also student going to the community, as well as various partnership. I hope you see your logo in here, okay? Because there are many partnerships in there as well. And then as the Taiga representatives say that Thailand have OTOP, and we have community development in OGOP in Bhutan as well. Two word, when we look at it, community development, quality of life
for the sustainability. So CMRU, we're very proud. We have a pretty good ranking in the sustainability, and that's what we strive to, community sustainability development. So we look at SDG 8, decent work and economic growth, where when we go to the community, we look at how we can help the community business, SMEs, cooperatives, the village cooperative grow on that kind of sense. The number 2 is SDG 7, affordable and clean energy, going to see how the resources in the community can help with the sustainability in like renewable energy sector and also reduce the use and consumption of energy. The third is sustainable cities and community. Definitely, we want to help derive and develop strategies to create a resilient and happy community as well. The partnership for the goals, which is SDG 17, it's foster collaboration. We do have a lot of events to foster collaboration, and university kindly provided funding actually for us to get new collaborations and also sustain and maintain our current collaboration. So for the ranking on the impact ranking, we are proud to say we are in the rank of the 600 to 800 for globally, the 16th ranking in Thailand, and number 1 in Rajabhat University. So even though we're number 1, maybe we're the first to submit, but we have the system where we do share the system of how to develop various type of recording and statistics and the program. So we do collaborate with other Rajabhat toward the sustainability as well. So from the end for the vision of the future, we definitely, because we're in higher education institution, so we hope to expand our academic collaboration with our international partners, both national, international, and regional partners, cross-discipline, and also global partnership is very necessary to strengthen the collaboration, so in the academic and research and talent development community. And sustain leadership and sustainable leadership together for the sustainability practices to address the global challenge. So lastly, I'd like to thank you. I'd like to thank everyone here, all our partners that's not here as well, that for joining our journey over the 100 year. Some of you might join us a few years, some of you like 10, 20 years and on, but we have a friendship right now, and we hope that you will join us to our next century and come work together, and not just with CMRU, with each other as well. So in the afternoon, we hope that there'll be a chance for you to see each other, talk, and maybe develop some grand collaboration, so where all of us can help and work together. So thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Sitapan, for your great presentation, and I believe that all of you know CMRU pretty well right now.
So let's draw your attention to the next sections. Our second session will be led by Mr. Kazuka Suzuki, the Chief of Representative of Japan International Cooperation Agency, Thailand. He will present on 70 years of Japan's official development assistance in Thailand and sustainable community development. He has a wealth of experience in international development and cooperation, particularly in the context of Japan's long-standing support for sustainable initiative in Thailand. Please join me in welcome Mr. Kazuka Suzuki.
Please welcome.
Thank you very much. Ajahn Achapong. So we, JICA, also we will join your journey. Yes. And yes, today I'd like to share with you about our activities in Thailand. And so, yeah, here there are many Thai and international researchers and so students. So that I'd like to share our activities, and we'd like to find the better way of the future's Thai rural societies. Yes. As today, I'd like to share with you about what is JICA and so in Thailand, and next Sustainable Future City in Thailand. Sustainable Future City in Thailand, we had a study with NESDC, National Economic and Social Development Council in Thailand. A few years before, we had like this study with Thai government. Next, I'd like to share with you aging society and its related activities in Thailand. JICA had around 15 years activity related to the aging society, how to making some countermeasure for aging society in Thailand. Next, I'd like to share with you the DX and smart city. And lastly, I'd like to conclude. First, so JICA is one of the implementation body of ODA of the government of Japan, and we have around 100 offices around the world, and we have activity 150 in countries, and in Thailand, so we have 50 years. This year is 50 years anniversary for JICA Thailand office. Yeah, so CMRU Rajabhat University established then. 50 years later, we established in Thailand. And so in Thailand, in 1954, Japanese government receiving Thai volunteer, Thai trainees to Japan in the field of fishery, agriculture, and livestock. After that, we have 70 years collaborative activity with Thailand. And during our 70 years activities, Yen Loan project, and technical cooperation, grant aid, and also we dispatched more than 1,000 volunteers to Thailand. Now, one of the volunteers, Mr. Kumagai, he is now working together with CMRU Rajabhat University in the field of aging society. Yeah, so a contribution to Thailand over 70 years. Yeah, just 14 bridges over Chapra River among 20, and 20% of highway or 25% of rapid train transit in Bangkok, like this. Also, we had activity in Chiang Mai, related to electricity or agriculture activities and so on. Next, I'd share with you about the Sustainable Future City in Thailand. I already mentioned I had this activity with NESDC from August 2015 to December 2021. At that time, we setting a goal to achieve sustainable urban development of local cities of Thailand. A project objective is to establish a concept for the sustainable future city in Thailand. Also, we setting to develop a practical implementation mechanism. And also, we had a model city project during that project period, and to formulate a sustainable future city initiative guideline. Three key issues for the future cities. One is the linkage with national development visions of the 12 NESDP, National Economy and Social Development Plan. So Thai government, every 5 years, they setting like this plan by the government. Based on that, they implement many issues by implementing agencies. Second is a sustainable future city initiative for next generation. Yeah, Thai government already they had activities to have the more sustainable city or local area, around 10 years ago. And so creation of a local-driven urban development platform. Yes. What is the Sustainable Future City Initiative? National government guided and local government-driven mechanism. Any SDC making us a plan and also a policy for the next generation and coming 5 or 10 decades, 5 or 10 years. But each action should be done by the line ministry or each provincial government or so that is how to link, making a link is one of the points. And the national government, yes, this is a picture of this mechanism. Yes. Skip. Yes. Okay. I just skip several slides, and so. Okay. This is a future dissemination of LSFC and by Thai agencies. Yeah, National Urban Policy or NESDP is urban development policy drafted by the central government, and also planning approach is also you can see the SFCI platform, including the local and communities, to disseminate lessons of SFCI cities. Yeah, we had several activities at each several cities in Thailand. And so integration of SFCI planning approach with local strategic development plan of Tesaban. Tesaban is also under the provincial level in Thailand. And also budgeting and coordination among the related ministries. For that, we setting this, like this dissemination during that our project period with NESDC. Yes. Next, I will show you aging society and its related activities in Thailand. I show a picture and a table between. I try to compare with Japan and Thailand situation. Yes. So now in Thailand is rapidly becoming the aged society. Around 20 or 30 years ago, yeah, you can see this. In 1960, Japan and Thailand is very different. This is the fertility rate. Then now, 2020, almost same as Japan. I watched some article in 2023. Already Thailand is more lower than Japan's rate. This rapidly change society's population pyramid. Now in Japan and Thailand like this, but in future Thailand is more rapidly decrease younger generations. That is I live in Bangkok, and in Bangkok, they're very active, and I cannot imagine. So Thailand is facing like this aged society and super aged society. Also in Chiang Mai, in the urban area, I cannot imagine. But in rural area, most of people is aged people already. In future, what kind of future we can imagine for in Thailand? So our activity related to aging society, yeah, we had more than 10 years activity for the aged societies activities. Especially, this is elderly care. We had a project from 2007 to 2011, community-based care. We started from how to make the capacity for community-based care with Thai society. Then we had activity for the long-term care, for the elderly care, from 2013 to 2017. During that time, we improved the Thai elderly care system, including for long-term care. And we had several pilot projects during that time. Our counterpart organization is Ministry of Social Development and Human Security, Yeah. And also, we have some collaboration with the Ministry of Public Health. Yes, both ministry tried hard to improve the elderly care during that time. And lastly, we had a third project, STOP, a seamless care for the elderly care until 2022. Yes. Like this series of our cooperation making some improvement for the elderly care in some area. And also, we have a multi-layered approach. So this one is networking among local governments. Japanese local administration, Yugawara town in Kanagawa Prefecture, they have a collaboration activity with the local government in Thailand. I cannot pronounce it in a good. So Bun Ito city is also their counterpart. And they have also a network among Thai local government. Now 26 local government gathering twice a year, and they exchange opinion about elderly care. And so this project name is Smart and Strong. Smart and Strong Elderly Society is very important for Thailand because now Thai government put more effort to improve the elderly care, but the budget is not enough. So just a voluntary health care carer is also a core role. They have a core role. So that how to improve their ability, they exchange opinion among 26 cities in Thailand. Also, Japanese local government also working together with them. Japanese local government also, they have they getting many knowledge from Thailand. Thai society and Japanese society are very different. So that Japanese society also getting many knowledge from Thailand, and they utilize their actions in Japan. This is co-creative activities between Japan and Thai local government. Center is also a volunteer dispatch to elderly care organizations. So volunteer who have experience working at the elderly care facility in Japan, they dispatch to the local city or some elderly care organization in Thailand. And so now 3 or 4 volunteers working together with Thai organizations. Also, already I mentioned Mr. Kumagai. He is dispatched from Juntendo University. He is working together with Chiang Mai Rajabhat University for elderly care. Also, I heard Tokyo Ariake University and Kyorin University, we already have a collaborative activity with Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. Yeah. This one is also private sector engagement. In Thailand, there are many SME, and they have many good technology and also skills. So that we'd like to employ these knowledge and technology for elderly cares, such as elderly care bed or some nursing. Okay, enough. So some alarm system for elderly. Yes. Yes, I already mentioned collaborative activity with Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. This February, so this year, President, Vice President, and so researcher at Chiang Mai Rajabhat University visited JICA headquarters. And also, this is a picture of the activity of Mr. Kumagai, who is a JICA volunteer dispatched to Chiang Mai Rajabhat University. Like these activities, we'd like to strengthen more with Chiang Mai Rajabhat universities. As these three girls is dispatched from Juntendo University. They are the student of Juntendo University. Their major is elderly care or health sector. Yes, lastly, DX and smart city. JICA, our organization now strengthening utilizing DX to improve well-being for all. Yeah, there are 17 SDGs goal. Yeah, we have a partner like Chiang Mai Rajabhat University or other universities or organizations here, and we have a DX ecosystem, knowledge sharing, exploitation platform, database like this. We'd like to use this DX ecosystem. We analyze how to utilize DX for more good, improving our activities. So every SDGs goal we focusing on. This is one of the example. During COVID-19, everyone could not visit local area or other countries. During that time, we introduced around the world like this telemedicine ICU for COVID-19. Yeah, we utilize online. Our main activity was online training, case conference, and scheduled care like this. Yeah, during COVID-19, we suffered many, but some of the hint to improve our activity during that time. We utilize these lessons after COVID-19. Like this other case for community development or local development. Appropriate survey is very important. This is one of the cases to utilize DX for agriculture sector. Yes. In India, we have a collaborative activity with Sagri. Sagri is one of the rising one of the small company in India. Yeah. And so analyze the situation of the agricultural area. So like this utilization is minimize the preparation stage, and so we can quickly start our activities. And this is in Thai case, we dispatch a smart city expert to Department of Local Administration of Ministry of Interior in Thailand. He organized an international workshop, Smart City for All. During that time, participants are from 4 countries. And so central government, local government, and US agencies and private sectors. Yeah, based on our experience, face-to-face, yeah, I already mentioned DX and remote collaboration is one of the tool for us. But on the other hand, face-to-face occasion is like this forum is one of the good opportunity and very effective for realizing each actions on each government like this. Yeah, this time, many international researchers and Thai researchers coming here. Like this occasion, very important occasion to making new actions in Thailand and other countries. Yeah, this is the last slide for me. This is a mapping of JICA's activity related to aging society and communities. Yeah, adaptation mitigation is not climate change. Mitigation action and adaptation action for aging society. Yeah, I already explained C-top, L-top, S-top, like this. Is also adaptation for aging societies. We have many activities working together with the Thai government and local government, and so we are now creating co-creating countermeasure for aging society and aged society. And on the other hand, mitigation for aging society, we have a few activities. I share with you about the future city, but future city does not yet have enough actions for realize. But like this activity, we JICA would like to push more with Thai government. And also here, population increase worker is 4 million. Yes. These worker is also contribute to the Thailand industry like this. And also, it is one of the trend. Yeah, if decreasing population, yeah, invite migrant worker is one of the alternative. But now it is also time to discuss among Thai society what kind of countermeasure is appropriate for Thailand. Yeah, for that, yeah, today international and Thai researchers here exchange opinion, and please make a good way. And I'd like to way forward with Thai and international researchers. Yeah, thank you very much, Kokumakat.
Thank you so much, Mr. Suzuki, for a very informative presentation.
All right, our third section will feature Mr. Todd Horner, Regional Director of APEC, and Mr. Ashley Mark, Senior Higher Education Consultant of Times Higher Education. They will discuss on how to promote your sustainability practices and successes to help with global reputation. Mr. Horner and Mr. Mark have extensive experience in higher education and sustainability, and they will provide valuable insights on how to effectively communicate and promote sustainability efforts on a global stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Mr. Todd Horner and Mr. Ashley Mock.
To do your presentation.
Hello. Well, good morning, everyone. That's quite loud, isn't it? Thank you very much to Chiang Mai Rajabhat University for inviting. So we are often known as one of the main global rankings agencies. Of course, we do the World University Rankings and the Impact Rankings, and today we're here talking about sustainability. But what Times Higher Education really is a data and insights business. We collect a huge amount of data from universities all over the world through our rankings, through our global academic surveys, and many other data sources. And through that data, it really powers everything that we do as an organisation. So we've obviously got our data and analysis and benchmarking tools that a number of universities and governments subscribe to. Ashley and his team do the consultancy team, and they globally does a lot of work providing deep dive analysis around those deep dive analysis around all that data. Recruitment as well, if you're looking to attract international academic talent, faculty, we help with that as well. We've got active and passive job seekers coming to our website. Branding and marketing, which is what we're going to be talking a little bit more about today. Helping universities raise their global profile, which really is a challenge for a lot of universities, particularly within the Asia region, which we'll talk about in more detail shortly. And editorial, that's our legacy as an organisation, is the editorial side of the business as well. So we are here to talk about sustainability, and we've just recently published our 2024 University Impact Rankings. In fact, we did this in Bangkok only 3 weeks ago at the Global Sustainable Development Congress. We have over 2,000 universities participating in the rankings now. It really is taking off, and more universities come to us and say, we want to be part of this. And we had institutions ranked from 125 countries. India is the country with the most participating universities, with 105. Thailand, I think, is third or fourth with 77 universities participating, which just shows the contribution that, as a nation, Thailand is making to sustainability. So we are going to be talking about building your global reputation, and I just want to highlight this slide here. Obviously, we're focusing on Thailand, looking at the Academic Reputation Survey, which we do annually, and looking at the voting distribution for Thailand. Now, what this chart here shows overwhelmingly, that Thai institutions, over 60% of Thai institutions receive votes from other Thai institutions. Now, that is what you see throughout the region. You see it in Japan, you see it in Korea, Vietnam, a lot of the Southeast Asian nations as well. So one of the challenges that within the region that countries have, or the universities have, is how do they increase their votes and get recognised for the great work that you are doing at a research level internationally. Whereas if you compare it to Australia, you can see that Australia get just over 25% of their votes from other Australian institutions. So most of their votes come from outside of Australia. Now, of course, you're going to get most of your votes proportionately from your home nation. That makes sense, but more of their votes, complete votes, come from outside of Australia, which is what you want to do, which is what your challenge, and this is what Ashley will speak about. Obviously, a lot of what we discuss can go back to rankings, but it's important to keep in mind that it's beyond rankings. Building your reputation is important because if you want to attract talent to your institution, if you want to attract investment and funding, if you want to attract international students, which is another challenge that the region is facing, and of course, if you want to form global partnerships, your reputation is vital. So it's so super important that you need to focus on this and start thinking about having an international communication strategy. How are you talking about yourself, celebrating your success? And this is what will lead on nicely to what Ashley is about to talk about, is because we live in a sustainable, we've got to focus on sustainability as a globe now. It's our global challenge. Lots of research is in that space. So how do you take advantage of the work that you're doing, the research that you're doing in sustainability, and leverage it to promote your university? And we'll go through that now with Ashley. So I'll hand over to my colleague Ashley now to take you through some examples and some data around that.
Thank you, Todd. Very good morning to everyone. My name is Ashley. I'm the Deputy Director of Times Higher Education's consultancy arm. And as Todd has mentioned earlier, I'm here to share a little bit about how you can leverage sustainability in boosting your reputation globally. I want to take it back to when we begin, the growing focus on sustainability in higher education. Now, as Kazuya-san has mentioned in his presentation earlier, there is an aging society issue, I think, globally across developing countries, right? And we recognize that students are the lifeblood and are the future. So sustainability is no longer a topic of the future. I remember when I was a student, maybe 10, 15 years ago, sustainability was a thing, but it was still a growing issue, something to be pushed down the road, the can to be kicked down the road, to be solved later. But no, I don't think that's the case any longer, right? With today's climate, with extreme climate events, social unrest, social injustice across the world, I think sustainability is at the absolute forefront of everybody's minds. Now you can see in all these articles that are from global publications, Forbes, CNBC, Pew Research Center, everything states that students and the young Gen Z, millennials, Gen Alpha, everything points towards sustainability as the main disruptor of our world now. And it is absolutely essential that universities are at that point where they are able to leverage sustainability and empower their graduates in sustainability as they are exiting their universities and entering the workforce and making impacts in the real world. So Times Higher Education as a business has a very unique position. We are able to leverage our position with both students as well as academics. And a lot of times what we do is as Todd has mentioned, we gather data. So on our website, we have access to over 15 million students globally. And from that panel of 15 million students, we oftentimes conduct surveys around what students want to see and what is important to them for the future. So in 2022 as well as 2023, we conducted a 2-year survey among more than 3,000 students. And the objective of the survey was very much to understand what students understood about both the SDGs as well as how it related to them as a person. So this is a very simple question, really. That's in Thai there, but that percentage says that 83% of students that responded say that it is important for them to live their lives in a way that is consistent with being a sustainable citizen of the world. So this is nothing to do with their education. This is just whether or not they feel it is important for them to be a sustainable citizen of the world. And 75% of them also responded that they are aware of the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. So this percentage is, extremely promising because these are students that are not necessarily in universities yet, but are maybe looking to apply for universities, and just shows you the connection or the desire to be connected with the Sustainable Development Goals by students and potential students as well. We also asked them, which are the highest priority SDGs for yourselves? What is relevant to you today? As you can see, quality education, so SDG 4. So as, again, one of the preeminent rankers, obviously we get a lot of students who are looking to apply for universities. So what is relevant to them? Quality education, of course. But then coming a close second, as you can see, is SDG 13, climate action. So this is an environmental issue which, of course, is relevant to everybody today with extreme climate events globally. But in the following ones, you can see that there are social issues as well that are extremely relevant to students worldwide. SDG 2, no hunger, zero hunger, and SDG 1, no poverty. So these are issues that are near and dear to students' hearts. And boiling it back to why it's relevant for universities to be at the forefront of sustainability for students, we asked them how sustainability affects student choices. And this is in relevance to them applying for a university. So as you can see, obviously, the key ones up there, we asked them from on a scale, 7-point scale from least important to most important. And of course, you can see relevant to them was university's quality of teaching as well as the cost of tuition, obviously. But what I want to highlight is that one right down there, which is the university's commitment and reputation for sustainability. And as you can see from the top to the bottom, 4.9 to 3.3, that's not a large gap. And this was conducted 2 years ago. We are refreshing the survey as it goes, and we can see that in time to come, sustainability and a university's reputation for sustainability is going to be absolutely essential in attracting the next generation of students and academics alike to your institution. Sorry. So, how do universities around the world place sustainability at the forefront of everything that they do? Now, universities are in a very unique position, right? They have faculties oftentimes ranging from academic faculties to environmentally centered faculties, your business ones, your law faculties, etc. And so universities oftentimes ask us, how do we prioritize or differentiate ourselves from others? And here I'm just going to show you a few examples on some universities globally. They have picked a few things on which to emphasize a bit more on what they're doing. And oftentimes we recognize that universities, especially Southeast Asian universities, those in Thailand, you guys are already doing the work, and we are extremely appreciative of that. And a lot of times it's about how you leverage that work in terms of your global reach as well as your global reputation. So some examples. First off, Nanyang Technological University of Singapore. They've taken the approach of posting in the media as well as leveraging their commitment towards zero energy buildings. So a lot of times, all the new buildings that are built in NTU in Singapore have been designed to be zero energy. So it means they consume as much as they put out in terms of electricity. And these buildings that NTU has built have actually become tourist attractions in Singapore. So it's been known that tourists from foreign countries that visit Singapore do visit our university campuses on our island as tourist attractions because these buildings are of varying architectures and interesting designs. So that's the green approach. Amrita Vishwa University, which we work closely with in India, they've taken the social approach. This is a university that empowers women extremely strongly and how they effect social change. So they've taken the social change approach. How they effect social change is implementing programs that change or target gender inequality. So in India, what they have done is that they have conducted and organized workshops with the police force across India in effecting social change and understanding, empowering the police officers on the ground to understand how to deal with the gender divide between men and women, as generally the police officers in India are from the male gender. Western Sydney, Australia. So some of you may know them as the #1 ranked university in Times Higher Education's impact ranking. And they've taken a very regional approach. So they are #1 in terms of the global rankings. We all know that. But if you take a look closely at what they're doing, it is a very local and very community-based program which they're actually running. Western Sydney University, what they've done is that they've taken the route of regional development. So they focus very much on their local communities and how they can assist in the sustainability efforts of their local communities and developing them further. So what they've done is that they've leveraged and built up a regional center of expertise on the education for sustainable development. And what that center does is very much educate their regional populace and some of the more far-off communities from the cities on how sustainability pertains to them. And so, taking it back then again to the subject of reputation, we all have an inkling of what reputation means, but our colleagues at the University of Manchester have quite an interesting take on it. Their take is that reputations are built primarily on the foundation of high-quality activities, outputs and achievements, but also that professional communications, marketing, and stakeholder engagement play an important role in building a very clear and distinctive brand identity. And brand identity is something that I really want to drive home today. What differentiates your university from someone else, and how can you leverage that differentiation? Now, oftentimes we are asked by universities, is brand identity or reputation a very superficial construct? Fair enough question. The president of University of Toronto, Merrick Gertler, has stated many academics find the concept of reputation and brand identity very distasteful concept because it connotes some superficiality there, right? But whether you like it or not, a university is a brand. When you mentioned your university's brand, people have an idea of what they perceive your university to stand for. And our Chief Global Affairs Officer, Mr. Phil Bedley, has also stated whether you like it or not, universities are brands. And more importantly, that universities now are realizing that it is a senior leadership issue, that the brand identity are crucial developmental issues for all universities. And again, back to the lifeblood. Students, how do they assess your reputation for sustainability? They look at the policies that a university practices, your environmental policies, your admissions policies. Are they inclusive? Are they relevant? And do they ring true with the students? Also, the quality and impact of a university's sustainability-related research. So how do they access all of these things? Growing, of course, and we all know most of it is on the digital platforms nowadays. It's online. These students access your university's webpage. They go to news forums. They increasingly go to publications such as CNBC, like you saw earlier, Forbes, which are writing articles on sustainability, and the universities, they are taking the lead in terms of these practices. So how does your university leverage its sustainability actions as a reputation enhancer? As we've seen from the presentation earlier, CMRU, for instance, is doing so much within the local community. And I'm sure, and as we have engaged, Times Higher Education has engaged with Thai universities, there is so much that's being done in the local communities. And when we visit, we are always so, we're so touched and so realize that there's so much being done already. But oftentimes, universities come to us and they say, we're doing this activity, we're building wells in communities, we're building homes, we're effecting social change, but no one seems to know actually what we're doing. So how do we get your news out of the work that you're doing? So as I said earlier, Western Sydney remains number 1 in THE's impact rankings, and they heavily leverage that in terms of their position in the national as well as the global media. Now it's easy to say because they are number 1, right? You can see there, they can easily state on their webpage that they're number 1 in university 2 years, 3 years in a row on our THE impact rankings. You have the thought leadership from the head of university there, as well as newspaper publications about their position in the sustainability rankings. But how about other universities? So for example, Hokkaido University, how they leverage the work that they've been doing is they do a series of, they uploaded a series of interviews that they conducted with faculty on the SDG research that is being done in the university as well as its practical applications. So how does this reach and how does this help them leverage their position? It overcomes a frequent issue that Japanese universities face, right? Which is the language barrier that many universities have and many faculty have. And putting their research into videos in multiple languages allows them to cross that language barrier and to reach a global audience. And again, we all spend way too much time on YouTube, so this is definitely one of the methods that they've chosen to leverage. Singapore Management University in Singapore, they've taken a wholehearted approach, a complete overview. They've highlighted their focus across their webpage as well as all their social media channels. So you can see there, that's their main webpage, Sustainability at SMU, that's on their main webpage. On the bottom left-hand corner, you see that they're publishing an annual report that is centered around sustainability as well. And on the right bottom corner, you can see that they've posted on Facebook and across multiple social media channels about the work that's being done, the different kinds of work. So they do environmental, SDG-related research as well as social justice research. That little article on the right-hand side, you can see there, that's a Facebook post on how they are empowering law graduates on tackling the SDG-related issues. So a lot of the lawyers that are coming out nowadays are wanting to focus on sustainability-related issues, but lack the capabilities or the skills in terms of reacting to the legal repercussions and issues that are surrounding these. And so SMU helps out in that and runs courses. Mahidol University in Thailand, so probably a university that a lot of you are extremely familiar with. This year, they are the #1 university in Times Higher Education's impact rankings for Thailand, and we are extremely proud to be a close partner with them. So for them, what they do is something that is really relevant. They publish extensively on their activities as well as the outcomes of their SDG-related research. So they do this for multiple SDGs. This is just one of the examples, which is SDG 2, Zero Hunger. And it gives the outcomes as well as the progress that they've made annually and tracks the various metrics. And I think that's really important because it shows the growth of universities over the years in terms of tackling the SDGs. It's not a one-off, and THE's impact rankings are not meant as a one-off or something just to place on your university website to say that you're #1. It's something that we earnestly require or desire universities to have at the forefront so that they move in tandem with the SDGs over the years. And one of the things and one of the main projects that Todd has mentioned earlier, we work closely with ministries, and we're very proud to be working with Thailand's Ministry of Higher Education, Science, Research and Innovation, MAHISI, in Thailand. And recently, last year actually, we conducted a nationwide survey amongst all graduating students. So we had over 3,000 responses. And they conducted this student sustainability survey to find out the outcomes of sustainability-related education in Thailand. So many universities have sustainability-focused modules for undergraduates. So they wanted to find out whether or not these modules were actually effective in empowering students with the skills that they need when they're leaving university and entering the workforce. So MAHISI, in tandem with THE's and my team, we conducted this nationwide survey, as you can see there. As Todd mentioned as well, we have just released the impact rankings at the Global Sustainable Development Congress, GSDC, just 3 weeks ago in Bangkok. And MAHISI very, very proudly posted the results of those of the survey that was conducted right there. As you can see, they had a huge billboard as well as some infographics that were released during the Congress. And this as well made it to the news. And so these are in tandem and in efforts with the universities. They work extremely closely with the universities to release these results, to analyze these results, and to understand how it impacts the universities at the end of the day. So those are the examples. And if you see across most of the examples, the relevance is very much the role that digital media plays today. So how can universities leverage digital media? I would consider digital media as a great equalizer in terms of reach, global reach. You can be based in Thailand, you could be based in Iceland, you could be based anywhere across the world, and your YouTube videos, your articles are accessible to anyone else from any corner of the globe. So digital media is very much what I would consider the great equalizer of reach. And as you can see there, we've actually conducted a number of surveys, and one of the surveys that we conduct annually is the Academic Reputation Survey. So we ask academics globally to vote for 15 of the top institutions in their minds as to who are the best, right? Basically, who is the best in the world in their minds. And we also ask them questions then, you voted for these universities, why and how are the avenues of information which you have received that affect your decision? As you can see there, 50%, more than 50% of them have said that media channels, including digital media, are influential when they voted for a university. So it impacts how they access the information and influences their decisions overall. So digital media, of course, is extremely important, followed by the blue bar on top, which is social media, which I'll touch on in my next slide. But just on digital media, as you can see, the vast majority of them are accessing things like digital publications, so your academic research, as well as your university's website, which is why in the previous slides I have shown how universities have put sustainability at the forefront of their university's websites, because that's often the first touch point that an academic or a student has with your university. If I'm thinking of joining CMRU as a student, the first thing I'm going to do is Google your university, click on your web link, and probably the first 3 things that I see on your website are going to form a perception of your university already. So what you have in the first 3 pages, in the first 5 pages, very much connote your brand identity, what your university stands for. And of course, not forgetting the increasing impact of social media. Again, I think the vast majority of us are on one too many social media platforms, spending way too much time scrolling at night, but undoubtedly the impact of social media is felt throughout, right? So we spend a lot of time gathering information from there as well, and universities have this unique ability to access their students via that platform, with actually a lot of students themselves. So a lot of faculties across the world enable their student bodies to have access to the university's social media pages, to post on their activities, to be a student-led approach towards reaching out to people globally. But for this survey at least, we've asked academic voters, so again the same academic reputation survey, what they consider in terms of the social media channels that are important to them. So of course, for professionals like academics, they consider LinkedIn, very important, but then YouTube and Twitter, or X, are very close second social media channels of choice as well for information. And so this just shows that in this growing digital age, this is something that universities can leverage and should leverage absolutely in growing your brand globally. So I just want to close off with a last recap slide. If there's anything that you should probably take away, or want you to take away from this, is 3 takeaways: differentiation, leverage, and reach. First question, what differentiates your university from others in the sustainability space? Particularly, I think for Thailand, for Thai universities, this is really relevant. 77 universities participated in our rankings this year. What separates you from someone else, from another university that is next door, that is in the next region? How do you leverage that differentiation in promoting your identity? What does your university want to be known as at the end of the day? Do you want to be the leader in social change? Do you want to be the leader in environmental issues? And finally, have you effectively utilized and leveraged all media avenues, including the digital media, like I mentioned, in enhancing your reach? So it's not just about creating what you want as your brand identity, but putting it out there across all available channels so that people are aware of what your university stands for. So if anything, please take those three away. And that's it for my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for Mr. Honor and Mr. Mark for your insightful presentation.
And here comes our final session for this morning. It will be led by Ms. Ivana Spitkowski, Head Office, UN Resident Coordinator's Office in Thailand. Ms. Spitkowski will give a talk on UN partnerships towards sustainability. Ms. Spitkowski has been a key figure in coordinating UN efforts towards achieving sustainable development goals in Thailand. Everyone, please join me in welcoming Mr. Ivana Spitkowski.
Please welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I know I stand between you and your lunch, so let's see how I do. Thank you for the opportunity to share with you about the partnership towards sustainability from the perspective of the United Nations in Thailand. I think we will all agree that from the perspective globally, the biggest partnership that we're all currently involved in is rallying the world together to achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, right? That is the biggest global partnership on sustainability right now. The 17 goals are interrelated, so it's really key that we all move forward in achieving all of them for a sustainable future for all. It is critical to have an exchange on sustainability practices like we are having today, because this always has a multiplier effect. It enables replication in your universities, and it's an opportunity to scale up our collaboration. I am really excited about the knowledge exchange. I would like to thank our hosts for making today possible. I would like to speak today to three key areas in outlining the global and local SDG acceleration through partnerships. I will first focus on setting the context, the global context on UN's partnerships to accelerate the global goals. Then I will move on and contextualize the UN's approach to SDG acceleration and the local context here in Thailand. And then I will finish off by sharing some key resources, which I hope many of you partner universities can take away and share with your students as well. The SDGs are an essential blueprint for the world. We are, 8-9 years into progressing on them. And even though we're at the halfway point, only 15% of the SDGs are on track, with many requiring acceleration and even some regressing. These are global statistics. The world, it has already been mentioned by Times Higher Education colleagues as well, the world is experiencing multiple global crises. This includes climate change, economic downturns, and the rising geopolitical tensions. This is a very different environment that we're operating in than the one when these global goals were set up. And so therefore at the UN, we recognize this, the Secretary General recognizes this, and therefore is rallying member states through what we call our common agenda, or a vision for revamped partnership and effective multilateralism, because we need to gain what we've lost, right? In relation to this, even next week, headquarters, United Nations is hosting the high-level political forum. And this is an effort to scale up global initiatives towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals. Member states, including delegation from Thailand, will be gathering next week in New York to share experiences on transformative actions And this is in follow-up to the SDG Summit that took place last year. And also, we are just months away from the Summit of the Future, which is taking place in September. These are extremely important platforms for global leaders to take decisions. At the Summit of the Future, we will adopt the Pact for the Future, and this includes the Global Digital Compact and Declaration of Future Generations. These are important multilateral partnerships to accelerate the existing commitments that we have as member states, but also to better respond to emerging challenges. I would like to move on now that I've shared some perspectives on the global partnerships of the UN and our member states on accelerating these Sustainable Development Goals, and we'd like to speak to the work of the UN in Thailand. We've heard this morning from Director General Vatanawit already about Thailand's many efforts to be an enabling environment. Thailand is a regional and global leader in sustainability. This is already linked very strongly to the culture of sufficiency economy philosophy, as was already mentioned, which is very much in line with the Sustainable Development Goals and a predecessor to them. Thailand mainstreamed the SDGs and its national long-term goals, but also in the National Economic Sustainable Development Plan 13, the 5-year plan. Thailand produces annually the voluntary national reviews, which are self-assessments on SDG progress that all member states have committed to. These have to be produced, or these are voluntarily to be produced every 3 years, but actually Thailand produces them every year. Thailand hosts the ASEAN Center for Sustainable Development and is championing the bio-circular and green economy, including at the 2022 APEC, which it hosted. The Prime Minister, in his first visit abroad at the SDG Summit last year, prioritized SDG acceleration through leaving no one behind and protecting human rights of all, and as well as climate action. I wanted to take a moment to speak to the SDG progress in Thailand. As you can see on the slide, globally, I mentioned earlier, we are only 15% getting there, even though we are 50% of the time towards the SDGs. But in Thailand, the outlook is much more positive. Thailand is progressing 29% on the Sustainable Development Goals, while 1/3 of the goals are regressing. The least progress is being made on goals related to climate, inequality, and hunger. And as you can also see, we actually don't have sufficient data for goals 5 and 16, and 5 on gender equality and 16 on governance. So this is something that the UN system is working on actively with the Thai government to improve Thailand's indicators and data on this. I wanted to spend just a moment to speak about the UN in Thailand. I'm not sure if many of you from abroad are aware, but actually Thailand hosts a regional hub for the United Nations, and it hosts the Economic, Social, and Asia-Pacific Commission here in Bangkok. But we have a large presence of agencies, UN agencies, who are here working for the region. My office specifically works for UN in Thailand, and we have the 21 agency funds and programs that you see on the slide working towards and in partnership with government, private sector, civil society, and of course academia as well as other stakeholders in alignment with the National Economic Social Development Plan 13 and the government's priorities. We are doing this through 3 key areas of the cooperation framework, which is the formalized partnership that the United Nations in Thailand has with the government of Thailand. We are working in areas of green, inclusive, and low-carbon economy. We are advancing a digital transformation through strengthening of the human capital development, and we are addressing inequalities to leave no one behind. All of this is underpinned through interlinked targets on gender equality, inclusion, and human rights for all. And I wanted just to add, in hearing Director General Vatanavit, his keynote speech earlier this morning, he mentioned many of the South-South Triangle Cooperation initiatives that TICA has with the United Nations. And I wanted just to underscore, we have 3 flagship initiatives, one on organic agriculture, which is actually, are actually capacity building activities that are taking place through the sufficiency economy philosophy learning centers that the DG mentioned earlier. We also work with TICA on global health diplomacy, and our 3rd initiative is on midwifery education to ensure safe births in rural areas. The UN has a strategy to accelerate the Sustainable Development Goals, very much in line with our common agenda. We realize that we need the kind of support we are to provide to member states who are interested in accelerating the goals is to focus on high impact initiatives rather than pilots. And also we are prioritizing boosting SDG data availability to help Thailand with the data gaps that it has. We are increasing our advocacy with young people, and we are also working through the 77 provincial governors to localize the Sustainable Development Goals. And I wanted to say that, this strategy is delivered through the strong partnerships that we have, and our partnership with academia is among some of the most important partnerships that we have. And I wanted to spend some time to share 3 examples of the types of partnerships that the United Nations has with academia. The first one I'd like to highlight is with the National Institute of Development, or NIDA. NIDA conducts nationally representative polls and has supported niche polling for the United Nations, especially when there are specific, situations happening in the country. In turn, the UN lends its expertise to NIDA's academic coursework, and we raise awareness on the SDGs together with NIDA, with their students, but also connect the Institute to our partners, our large network of partners. This partnership with NIDA includes a flagship poll on SDG awareness, and here Times Higher Education, our outlook is not as great as yours, I'm afraid, Ashley. Our study showed that that only 27% of people are aware about the SDGs in Thailand, and this is a study that just came out last week. But the good news is that the first time we did this study 3 years ago, 19% of people were aware of the SDGs. This nationally representative poll is informing the work of the United Nations, and specifically simplifying and localizing our messaging about who we are as the United Nations in Thailand, so that we are more approachable and more in touch with people on the ground. This is feedback that we get all the time. People understand about poverty, they understand about their health and well-being, right? As the UN, we are working much harder to demystify ourselves and lose the lingo and lose the acronyms, and to be much more connected with people on the ground. Secondly, we have been working through an institutionalized partnership with very many universities in Thailand, and this has us having an outreach of roughly 100,000 young people, where we participate in lecture series, we support students to advocate for the Sustainable Development Goals, and this is also helping us to indirectly reach the wider community and the networks of the universities with which we have institutionalized partnership. One really notable example is our working with Chulalongkorn University, and through them with the Association of the Pacific Rim Universities on a global citizenship program to raise awareness on the sustainable development. And this has us reaching students from more than 60 universities across the Pacific Rim. So we are working in Thailand and inadvertently beyond as well. It's really important to embed the Sustainable Development Goal education in university curriculum, and this is what the UN is supporting to do. The third kind of area of partnership I would like to highlight is direct partnerships from UN agencies. So for example, World Health Organization partners directly with Chiang Mai University right here to train health workers and health volunteers, village health volunteers on telemedicine and how to assess and treat hypertension through telemedication. This is has proven to be a wonderful way to use telemedicine in rural areas where accessibility is limited. UNIDO is an honorary member of the Industrial Advisory Board of the King Mongkut University of Technology. This advisory board guides the management of the graduate school on the industrial needs and trends, and this informs the curriculum, right? What are the industrial trends? What kind of curriculum do we need to have to put together to produce the future employees of the industry? Right? And the last example I wanted to share is about UNDP partnering with Prince Songkla University to strengthen social cohesion and platforms that empower youth and civil society in the southern provinces. I'm coming to my last point, which is on just a couple of tools, practical tools I would like to share with you on being able to embed SDG education in your universities and your organizations. The first one I'd like to highlight is a global initiative. It's the SDG Primer, which is an online tool. It is free. It's accessible to anyone who goes on the website. It contains about 3 hours of really dynamic curriculum on outlining what are the SDGs and kind of explaining sustainable development in a very accessible way. And participants, after they finish this, this online module, are able to access and download a UN certificate. So this is a free, no-cost way for your organizations all over the world, that this is an international symposium, to access the SDG Primer, which is an online tool. And the last tool I wanted to share with you is the Thai SDG Micro Primer. And so basically, in our institutionalized relationships with universities across the country, where we promoted the SDG Global Primer, it became so of interest that actually the UN System Staff College and the Ministry of Higher Education worked with us to develop the localized Thai primer. And I've seen some of you already take out your phones. I would like to invite many of you or all of you who are interested to please take out your phones and just initially take a picture in case you are interested in sharing this with your students here in Thailand. And I just wanted to share, this micro primer focuses on ocean plastic pollution, on air pollution, and inequalities in education. And we found it very successful to bring to the hearts of the students who are taking this when we use examples from their country. So for all of our Thai colleagues in the room, I'm sure you all know what Doi Intanon is, right? Everybody who's Thai is familiar with Doi Intanon. And for those of you who are not, that is the tallest peak in Thailand. So one of the quizzes in this module asks, with respect to ocean plastic pollution in Thailand, is it true or false that it's large enough for one Doi Itanon, right? And the answer is false. There is enough plastic ocean pollution in Thailand to cover 91 Don Itanons, which are the highest peaks. It's the highest peak in Thailand. I just wanted to share this example because it really brings down, to earth and contextualizes the module to one's own country. The UN System Staff College has had lots of success with this in Thailand, and we are working now with UNESCO to introducing such localized modules in other countries in the region as well. This brings me to basically the end of my presentation, and I just wanted to end by connecting to something that Ashley also mentioned in his presentation. It all kind of comes together. Young people are actors and agents of change, and we hear from the private sector all the time. We are getting at sustainability with young people too late. We need to start at elementary schools and continue hard with sustainability at the universities, because what we need is to raise more responsible consumers who are going to create the demand for sustainability practices in the future, right? That's really the supply and demand factor is really what's going to propel the market in that sustainability direction, you know, apart from just goodwill. And so exchanges like today with the academic community, you know, are really critical to the implementation of sustainability as your, you know, the last stop with young people before they get out there into the workforce and, you know, get out there as consumers into the world. Together in partnership, we are all positioned to succeed to the final stretch of the 2030 agenda and the promises that we made for the people and the planet. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Ivana Spitkowski. May I take this opportunity to say thank you once again for all keynote speakers, Mr. Watanawit Kochaseni, Mr. Kazuya Suzuki, Ms. Todd Hono, Mr. Ashley Mock, and of course, Ms. Ivana Spitkowski. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this includes our morning plenary session. We have heard some truly inspiring stories and innovative ideas that will undoubtedly shape the future of sustainable community development. And right now, we will have break for lunch. Okay, we will have lunch on the 3rd floor of 27th building, another tall building here. The staff will lead you there on the 3rd floor. Please join us in the dining hall, and we will come back here at 2 p.m. for the afternoon session.
So for the morning session, thank you everyone, and hope to see you guys once again at 2 p.m. here.
Thank you very much. See you at 2 p.m. Enjoy your lunch.